I'm AJ Green. You're watching NFL in London.
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Wade McElwain here for NFL in London. Time for my Week 9 picks of the week. These are the upsets that I give you every week so that you can make some money off my brain. Last week I told you 3 big upsets, and guess what? I hit on all 3 of them. In fact, going in for the past 6 weeks, I am 20-2. That's right, 20 wins and 2 losses, or 2 incorrects. Last week I told you to take the Broncos over the Chargers, which they did. I also told you that the Dolphins were going to take down the Rams, which they did. And I also said to take a look at the Minnesota Vikings over the Packers. And guess what? The Minnesota Vikings and Dalvin Cook absolutely whipped the Packers. We're here in London, England, as you can tell by my accent and the lovely surroundings. But it's lockdown here. So that means that no one can go to the pubs. Everyone has to stay at home, which means NFL parties really suck. So if you want to make your NFL Week 9 even better, here are some of my top picks of the week. All right, everyone, here's my first upset of the week. We've got the 3-4 Denver Broncos visiting the 2-6 Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta, 4-point favorites in this one. I don't really get this. If you compare both of these teams straight on, Denver is a better team. Sure, you know, the Falcons have Matt Ryan, but the Denver defense has been playing really well and keeping them in the games. And Drew Lock, as much as he's really inconsistent, has been doing okay in this game. I really like, actually, Denver to win this game. I actually have Denver to win this one 27-24. Falcons suck at home, and Denver is actually not a bad team for being a bad team. All right, let's take a trip to the AFC as the 5-2 Baltimore Ravens are visiting the 5-2 Indianapolis Colts. Now, the Colts are underdogs in this one. Baltimore is favored by 3 points, which is surprising given basically how they imploded last week against Pittsburgh. The big thing is Ronnie Stanley. Now, that's going to be a big loss to the Baltimore team. That's going to give a lot more opportunities to Indianapolis in this one. I think Indianapolis, now that they've got their healthy guys back, their O-line is ready, their defensive line is ready, I think that loss to Pittsburgh last week is really debilitating this Baltimore team, and I don't think they're going to be ready for this. Indianapolis is coming up firing on these guys, and the Colts have to play again on Thursday, so they're going to be focused on this one. They want to win this divisional victory on this one, so I have Indianapolis to win this one 26-23. All right, they say you're not supposed to bet on your team or talk about your team, but I'm talking about my team. That's right, we're talking about the Chicago Bears here as I got the hat turned around. Chicago Bears are 5-3. People are going, yeah, but they're not really 5-3. Versus the 5-2 Tennessee Titans. Tennessee is favored in this one by 5.5. Now let's think back to last week, Week 8, when Cincinnati absolutely demolished the Titans. Joe Burrow was chucking the ball all over the field, and the Titans were really in a bad spot. So why can't Chicago do that? Well, obviously Chicago's O-line is ridiculously hurt, but so is Tampa's, or so is Tennessee's, I mean. So in this game, I actually like Nick Foles because, you know, they don't have a lot to lose in this one, whereas the Tennessee Titans have to play the next Thursday. So they're looking ahead of the game that they've got to have against the Colts. And I think that after the way they were able to spread the ball around last week, the Bears, although Nick Foles is very inconsistent, should consistently be able to move the ball around this week and get Allen Robinson. So I actually like the Bears, maybe not to win this one, but to cover this one. I don't think they'll lose in the big spread. But sure, yeah, Tennessee, you may win this one, but Chicago's going to cover. Bears to cover. That is it for my Week 9 NFL picks. Make sure you go to NFLinLondon.com and find us on social media. Lots of stuff on the website, lots of things on our social media channels. And, of course, we've got a few quizzes coming up in November this year. You might want to play along with them. Good luck in Week 9, everyone.